Hello everyone, welcome back to a new place in... I mean welcome back to... No, we're not. Alright, fine. Today, for day 25, we're playing GNAR. So, since we're playing GNAR today for day 25, let's run down why I had to pick GNAR. I was assigned jungle, but then my teammate that was on the Baron lane wanted to swap roles with me. And I was a little hesitant, of course, however, he seemed really confident. And then the enemy also first picked Xin Zhao, so I was not able to get Xin Zhao anyway. So I thought, might as well, day 25, let's go away from the jungle suffering for a little bit. Our lane opponent is actually Dr. Mundo, which is extremely good for GNAR. GNAR is just like a complete bully against most of the bruisers and tank champions in the top lane. He is very strong against even oppressive champions like Darius and especially Dr. Mundo, because as you can see, there's nothing he can do. I'm doing percentage health damage. I don't give a shit that you have a lot of fucking oh, he just randomly flashed. So yeah, this Mundo is definitely very nervous. He doesn't really know what to do against the GNAR, and honestly, there's not much he can do against the GNAR at the early game. The only thing he can hope for is that I will be pushing the wave up to his tower, and he can farm patiently, and he can use his Q to get the minions, his cleaver throw, and that's really it. And I'm even able to get this little fairy light thing, and there's no chance that Dr. Mundo can kill me very easily, especially when I'm Magar. So here I'm just trying to do some damage. Right now, because the wave is in a decently terrible spot, it's better for me to just shove this way out. But it's very difficult for me to do as Mega GNAR, which I still managed to do so. And now that I'm going back to Mini, I have a lot more say in the lane actually. So GNAR is... I love GNAR. I really love GNAR. I honestly love GNAR as a champion. It's just that it's really difficult to carry with him sometimes. But he has just so much utility. He has a lot of CC, especially in his Megar, and he can deal with split pushers. He can assassinate people really quickly. And he's adorable as fuck, dude. I love GNAR. But anyway, let's go back to the game. After the boots change, I'm only really getting the regular boots. As GNAR, the most important thing for me is kiting. The most important thing I have to do as GNAR is to kite. So that's why I got Phage first item instead of Sheen. Other champions like Camille, getting Sheen is such a huge power spike. But for GNAR, it's not the case, because I auto attack a lot, way more than I would otherwise. I was going to come here to help the blue buff fight, but then I see that the fight is nearly over anyway. He should probably have ran, but he didn't. And in the end, I see one potential kill, that's why I went for it. But my cooldown is just way too long right now, and I won't be able to really lock anyone down. So honestly, getting over here to just get one kill is kind of a waste. So instead, I just decided I'm gonna steal the jungle. I'm not the jungler, but I'm counter jungling. I guess that's just some habits that I've picked up as a jungler for so long. And now that I have Mega, I'm able to clear the wave really quickly. Since I'm actually very low health, I do want to get a base in, and that's why I'm just nuking the wave right now, and just hopefully have it pushed into the enemy tower. Since the wave is coming over anyway, and might as well get a few proc the Mundo passive a little bit. I was going to clear the wave, but then I see Xin Zhao inching ever closer, so instead I'll just have to take the honey fruit and try to manage the wave again. The Mundo is actually equalizing the wave and making it so that the wave is kind of, well, it was pushing to him, now it's pushing back to me, so that's actually a really good scenario for me. This Mundo does not know how to play Baron lane, it seems, and this is actually, I don't remember, this might be Masters already, or at least very high in the Emerald rank, or Diamond rank. I immediately flash out of the way because I know Xin Zhao can just dash in and kill me. And I was apparently, my decision to walk up there actually stopped him from invading our jungle. He instead wanted to get a kill on me. So me flashing early was a smart play, because otherwise there's a very good chance that he can completely obliterate me as Tiny GNAR. Tiny GNAR is not very tanky, and Xin Zhao has enough burst to kill me. Here, finally, the Mundo is starting to lane properly using the bush advantage. and because I have no ward right now, I can't really deal with him easily. But percentage health damage is just a little too much for him. And here I'm trying to get the lane prio. I really want a base. I really want to get some of the items. And Mundo is actually now using his percentage health damage on me, which is very, very smart. And here I'm just looking to base. I successfully pushed the wave out. Didn't really use my ultimate. And Shyvana was here looking for a gank, maybe. But the raise state is just not there, and I'm not healthy enough for any tower dives anyway. So I'm just... yeah, this is a very crazy invade by Shyvana. I mean, she does have ultimate, so she might be able to fight against the Xin Zhao. However, she did opt for attack speed boots, which is questionable to say the least. But anyway, the Mundo does not really have any concept of freezing the wave or holding the wave in his tower so that, you know, he can farm safely without being completely obliterated by Gnar's second ability passive, where he does percentage health damage. Like, Gnar is just so good. I love playing Gnar. He has a lot of mobility, and if you play smartly, you can't really die unless the enemy team picks Wukong. That's why if I'm Baron lane, if I'm assigned top lane, and I'm playing Gnar, if I'm blind picking, I'm just going to blind pick Gnar, and I'm going to ban Wukong, because Wukong can dictate the trades a lot. He has a lot of healing, and he can just dash in when you're tiny, and just chip away at your health before you can even get your Mega. Here, I know the wave is pushing into me, so I can afford to just do this crazy battle against the Mundo, and he won't really be able to fight back. But then I do realize his ultimate is actually healing a lot, and I don't have anti-heal yet. So right now, I can only really harass and fight him, and hope that I will go into mini Gnar later, that I can get him. Here, I was actually going for the Mega Jump, but I completely botched the timing. It's an absolute disaster. I was looking to do the Mega Chomp on him, the Mega Jump, so it does a lot of percentage health damage. It does damage based on the enemy's max HP. And then I will be able to use Mini to finish him off. However, I transformed into Mini mid-air. That's why I jumped on his head and then into his tower. That is the most unfortunate sequence of events, and it really shows that I'm not the most familiar with Mega Gnar's rage meter. And here I also miss a fucking cannon minion. -1. Extremely terrible situation right here. We literally gave Mundo a way back into the game. But not all is lost. We didn't really lose too much. We were unable to help with certain objectives, but now I'm looking to just push the tower up for now. There's not really a reason to keep the tower alive, apart from denying minions. But even so, I'm actually really ahead compared to the Mr. Mundo. He's still almost half a level behind me, since I denied so much of his minions. And as Megar, he can't really kill me. I can't really kill him either. But then Xin Zhao actually got a good timing off to fight me when I'm mini. Luckily, the wave was not pushed up, and Mundo was not able to push the wave up fast enough, so he couldn't really dive me. So right now, I do have to be a little careful, and I'm very surprised that the Shyvana is looking to fight. But either way, I'll be able to help, since my Mega is coming up, and with my mini Gnar, I'm still able to destroy the Mundo pretty strongly. Here, the Zyros is running up from mid and just starting to fight me, I guess, which is kind of annoying. The Liandry's Torment is stopping me from basing, and now I'm kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place because I don't have Mega. There's a very good chance that Mundo can kill me if he does play correctly. But overall, I'll just have to farm from a distance, and I keep missing my Q, but while he keeps hitting his, which is very annoying. And now that he knows that the pressure is more on me, but then he just started playing carelessly immediately after, and now I can just bully him right back, and using the percentage health damage is just so good against the Dr. Mundo. And here, oh, that's very close, and I changed into Mega just in time, right when he was about to kill me. I know Mega is able to give me a lot of HP back, so that was just a freaking clutch play, a clutch change into Megar for me. And here I'm just trying to get the cannon minion. However, I cannot really walk close. There's a very good chance that Mundo can just flash auto attack me and I'll be dead. So instead, I'll take the L and just lose a few minions. The reason why I dragged it out for so long is because I'm trying to wait for my teleport as well. But then I realized it's going to be about the same amount of time for me to take this transponder into jumping ahead. We didn't manage to get the cannon minion, -2, and now we are back to, well, -3 now actually. Now we're back to just normal laning. I don't really care about what's going on the other sides of the map. I will have to stop Mundo's split push later on, which I'm very comfortable doing as Gnar. But otherwise, I just need to split push as well. Gnar is a very good split push champion, and with teleport, I'm able to join the fight as Mega very easily. So we get the turret, and then I'm just here to clear the... I didn't really do that to hit him. I'm more so doing it to clear the wave. Make sure to save my W for as long as I can, so that I can hit the Xin Zhao. Still missed him, but hit the Mundo. Instead, I'll have to use my skills to run away. I know Xin Zhao is able to dash into me very soon, but I just wait until that there's a wall between us before I flash. I just have enough escape tool with my jump and also the flash. So that was a little dangerous, but nothing overly risky. We still managed to escape with basically everything, and we are even able to catch this mid wave. So our mid laner was actually the Swain, and I don't know if you noticed, he's been in base for quite a bit of time now. And yes, this is actually a 4v5 game. I'm not very keen on getting the dragon, but I am keen on getting a little bit more items. So right here, I'm looking at what my team is doing, how we are moving, and I can see that our team is actually a little behind, especially in terms of gold. However, this seems like an okay fight for us. I haven't gotten my Mega yet, and I know how to fight Xin Zhao since I played Xin Zhao so much. I'm waiting to get my Mega. I get my Mega, and here I'm able to immediately surprise the Lissandra with all my HP that is regained, and just completely obliterate her with Mega Gnar. The fucking Zyra is so annoying. Zyra is just a harasser. She's just annoying. She's not very strong, and this is very dangerous. Ashe can slow us down, and my Mega is about to expire. That's why I have to run away and just fight another day instead of continuously fighting. Our Swain is completely AFK still, and this is becoming a 4v5, and it can turn bad really quickly because we're just down a man. Our Pyke actually gets a very nice hook and executed the Ashe, and now we're chasing after the Dr. Mundo, which we can deal with very effectively because our Shyvana built Blade of the Ruined King, while I have percentage health damage. Once again, use my ultimate to completely shut down the Zyra. Well, the Pyke actually grabbed away the Zyra and saved her life for a little bit. It actually cost him his own life. So I can't really complain there. It's just some synergy problem, anti-synergy. He was looking to grab the Zyra to make sure that she can't escape, while I was throwing my rock that would definitely have killed her. So, and because of that little timing, the Lissandra was able to get in to kill the Pyke instead. So right now, I'm definitely one of the win conditions of this team. I'm 3-1-3. I have quite a bit of gold, and I can shut down most of the enemy team very easily. As long as I'm able to control my timing well. With Mini, I can stop the tankier enemy teammates, for example, the Dr. Mundo and the Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao can shut me out when I'm Mini by using his ultimate, but my range is actually just outside of his Crescent Guard, so I just need to step forward a little bit. And here, the both of them tries to fight me together, which they honestly can kill me, so instead I just make an escape immediately after. The Shyvana is going to pay for my sins though, and they're actually turning to look for a fight. I'm just going to support in long range because I'm definitely very killable by the Xin Zhao right now. And unfortunately, his Wind Becomes Lightning actually hit me. If I went for the Honey Fruit, I might be able to survive, but Xin Zhao is doing a lot of damage. But our Shyvana has gotten enough Omnivamp from her attack speed along with Blade of the Ruined King and actually smurfed it and actually got a lot more kills back. So in a 4v5 scenario, they actually got 4, and the Lissandra has nothing to do. She can't really stop us from getting the Baron, and our Caitlyn was actually present enough to do the Baron Nashor as well. Lissandra came in way too late and just got completely obliterated by my teammates. Our Swain is 0-0-0. He did not offer anything at all, and kills are actually going all our way, so this is actually really great. And since I see that our Caitlyn is actually a little vulnerable on her own, I decided to come up and support her. And whew, that's a lot of damage from the enemy team. However, I'm just farming my Mega with the minions and also Mundo. since I know the enemy is gonna come here to get our Caitlyn. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my Mega in time, so I couldn't save our Caitlyn, and I'm forced to once again escape the same direction. Pyke is immediately going in for the kill again, which is extremely greedy. We cannot really afford to be playing like this, honestly. But I think I'm doing my best to support my team. I literally foresaw the death of Caitlyn. Like, a solo ADC split pushing is just a recipe for disaster, especially with extremely oppressive champions like Xin Zhao. You can't really split push solo as an ADC. That's why I went to support her. However, Gnar's weakness is, well, his health bar, his rage meter. You have to play according to your rage meter, and I didn't really have my rage meter just yet, and I couldn't save my Caitlyn from certain death. Still, that was my teammate's misplay. There's nothing I can do about it, and I shouldn't blame myself too much for it either. Here, I think I'm looking for a jump, but then I accidentally misclicked my ulti instead. I really have to get working on that. That didn't just happen on Gnar. It happened last video with me on Xin Zhao as well. I decided to try to crowd control the Mundo as well. Anyways, even though he still has his passive, because that's a good chunk of his max HP. And we managed to get his passive down. That means he's grabbable by Pyke right now, and he can be rooted by Caitlyn's traps. And I'm actually looking to build Hull Breaker. The reason being, I feel like I have to split push to win this game. But as you can see from the tower situation, all that's left is the enemy inhibitors. So I don't think it makes too much sense for me to get Hull Breaker now. So instead, I just went for Stair Gauge, just a little bit more survivability, which will help me immensely against this fight, the fights against the enemy team. Looking back, it might be a little bit of a mistake because the Xin Zhao actually bought anti-shield, and that's the only thing the Stair Gauge Lifeline offers you, a big ass shield. And with anti-shield, that means that item is kind of worthless. It just gives you a bit of tenacity, which probably useful if you're Mega, but as mini Gnar, you won't be able to survive anyway. But as I speak, another huge fight breaks through, and mini Gnar just completely shreds the Dr. Mundo. However, the Ashe is doing the exact same thing as me, and this fucking Caitlyn takes all the honey fruit, even though she's fucking full HP, and I'm down half HP. Annoying, but not the end of the world. I mean, I was going to look for the inhibitor, but then the Caitlyn backed off. So instead, I just started moving towards the dragon. We need every inch of advantage we can get, since we have one player down right now. I didn't really notice it at the time, by the way. I didn't notice that the Swain is completely AFK in the base, and so I always thought this was a 5v5, but it really isn't. Here I'm trying to catch the mid wave. I want to get as much money as possible. Hopefully get Emeren's Twin Guard, which allows for a lot of in-combat sustain for Gnar. Since the fight will drag on pretty long, just simply because of the amount of CC the enemy has. The Sandra roots me, Zyra roots me, and then frickin' what's his name? The jungler knocks me up, Xin Zhao knocks me up. So it's going to be a long and arduous battle with a lot of tenacity involved. And that tenacity that reduces the CC can definitely help me a lot. I bought Stasis because anti-shield is not going to be too... the stone plate is going to be anti-shielded really fast. And honestly, this is something that I've been thinking about recently with Xin Zhao as well. Do I really buy Stair Gauge, or should I try to go for the new Maw of Morpheus, which gives you a lot of vamp when you're below a certain amount of HP? And here we completely shut down the Xin Zhao after going Mega, just shove him into the stone, the wall, and now we can just do the Baron safely without much interference from the enemy team. And this is just the power of Gnar. Gnar is just so strong. You need damage, he can do damage. You need a frontline, he can kind of frontline when he's Mega. You need CC, he has a shit ton of those. I love Gnar. Gnar is just one of the most fun champions to play for me. It's just that it's really difficult to carry from solo lane. It's really, it really is an island. We were lucky this time simply because the Dr. Mundo doesn't really know what he's doing. The Mundo was completely obliterated in lane by me. He doesn't really understand that Mega, how to deal with Gnar. He had the sense to use the bush for a little bit, but then afterwards he immediately failed to continue with it. So this was just pure luck that I'm able to get Gnar online this quickly. But if the enemy team is anywhere near competent, the laner, he will keep me there, and I won't be able to have as much of a say in these team fights as I would be able to just like this game currently. Here I'm looking to catch the Xin Zhao, and the Shyvana is in the same page as me. And this is actually a decent fight for us, because we are just so strong with Elder Dragon, and we just completely run down the enemy team even though they're in tower. And Staircase Gauge is triggered, and Shyvana is just running the enemy team down. Here the Xin Zhao gets caught by me once again, and they can't really fight this, and I'm just able to get also just hit the Xin Zhao enough so that the Caitlyn can finish her off. And we actually win a 4v5. This is a little... I decided day 25, why not do something special since the Xin Zhao was taken anyway. Might as well play a little bit of Gnar and have some fun for myself. After all, if I'm not having fun, why am I playing this game anymore, right? Dual Brilliant on this adorable little Yordle. He's just the best. And our Shyvana... I don't know how the attack speed boots worked, but the attack speed boots actually worked. And as you can see, there is an AFK on our team. So we actually won a 4v5. And I don't know, I guess the enemy team just didn't play too well. I have to report them just to get a little bit more protection for my next game. But yeah, Gnar, adorable little creature. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow back with a Xin Zhao game.